What's up, guys? So, hadn't done a first impression in a really long time, and the one that I wanted to do, it's kind of passed a little, so there's no point in me doing a first impressions of it. I'll probably include it in something else. So, let's get right to it. Today, I'm going to be doing a first impression of a new series that I started, and I actually haven't gone into it too far yet, and that is Ani-Imo, or the full title for it is Ani ga imoto de imoto ga ani de, which I'm not gonna try to translate, but I'm guessing it has to do with I'm my older brother and my younger sister is me, or something like that. So this is Ani-Imo, and I started it probably a couple weeks ago. I started it about last year. I read the first chapter and I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. So I think I will purchase it and read the rest of the first volume. And oh my, that's all I can say right now. So let me tell you what the manga is about. See, in this body, I can do whatever I like to my sister. End quotes. Yota has always had a soft spot for his twin sister, Hikaru. Soft-spoken and docile, she's everything a doting big brother could hope for. But when a freak accident results in siblings swapping bodies, Yota discovers that his innocent little sister is anything but. Now trapped in Hikaru's body, Yota becomes the object of his little sister's, in quotes, advances. Advances she now has testosterone-fueled power to back up. Will Yota ever get his body back in this uproarious forbidden love comedy? So, if you couldn't tell by the description of this manga, it kind of has some incestuous connotations. So, obviously, if you're not into that whole that more than brotherly sisterly love, then this probably is not for you. Of course, like, if you are familiar with this kind of trope in anime and manga where a brother and sister have this have a romantic relationship with each other, there's usually some sort of catch to it. Most of the time, the siblings are not blood related, or they're step siblings or something like that. So you don't have to really worry about that aspect, I suppose, if that's something that would really, really turn you off. But I mean, incest isn't that, like, I don't know, it's a taboo thing, so it's not like, if you're not into that, it's not like a normal, or it's not a weird thing to not be into, because most people aren't into incest. So even if that incestuous relationship is not blood related, like, the genre is odd. It's not for everyone, and I don't know where I'm going with this. I think there was a video I watched, and I want to say that maybe the Anime Man or someone else, another anime YouTuber that I follow, covered this topic of the genre of why are there so many like, I guess, hentai and shonen, or, you know, romantic stories have to do with brothers and sisters loving each other in a romantic way. Like, why is this, like, a thing in, like, anime and manga storyline sometimes? And he explains it very well, and it makes sense, but yeah, I don't think that's still gonna be something that, like, people are gonna be super into. It's kind of, I guess, a niche within a niche. I guess personally for myself, I'm not particularly like super into it in a way. I think it really depends on the situation. When it comes to story, not real life, of course. So I'm familiar with this type of genre because I don't know, delved into a few things because I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds interesting. Let's check it out. But so I guess enough rambling about the genre of that. So I mean, it all ties into this. So when I first read the first chapter before I bought the manga, I got to the point where they had the accident and they swapped bodies, and I think that chapter ended with the sister kind of saying a sly little thing. And I was like, this is really interesting. And I think I intended to read a second chapter before I bought the manga, and I just never got back around to it. But the more I read in this first volume, it became very, very interesting very quickly. Like, there are a lot of interesting conventions they throw into this story. So we have body swapping, we have the incest thing going on that's not really incest in a way, which they explain in the story. I don't know if I should say what it is. I mean, I guess it's not too much of a spoiler, but obviously, I mean, I kind of hinted before that they are not blood related. So they're twins, but you can tell that they don't look alike at all. But they do explain the whole twin situation and stuff. And they have other siblings too in this family. So I think I want to say in that first chapter that I think this happened. The first chapter, the sister Hikaru kisses Yota because she kind of hinted that she had some feelings for him or something. But Yota is kind of one of those oblivious people that doesn't really realize true intentions of people. All he knows is that he loves his sister very dearly. He thinks she's cute. He takes care of her a lot, and makes sure she eats and everything goes well. But his world doesn't completely revolve around Hikaru. He does have a crush on a girl that goes to their school, so you do get glimpses of him kind of daydreaming a little bit and being all like, oh my gosh, she smiled at me, I can't believe it, my day's made, kind of thing, and I wish I could, go do these things with her, but I have to take care of my sister, I have to make a cake because our birthday and all of that. So as I went along with this whole story, when I was just kind of like, well, what kind of crazy things could happen with them body swapping now that Yota knows that Hikaru has more than, sisterly love, for him, and a lot of things could happen, and she's not oblivious to his crush on one of their classmates, and she, I don't know, when she was in her own body, she wasn't super close to that girl. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but she never really talked to her very much, but yeah, being the guy that he is, that he's really oblivious, he doesn't really, notice the same things that Hikaru does. So, and then they kind of have that one person that knows that they swap bodies, but of course they're not completely convinced that body swapping happens, but slowly does kind of convince them. I don't think by the end of the chapter, I don't think they really, I don't think they 100% believe the whole swap. I think they're almost there, so maybe in the second volume they're like, yeah, I'm convinced, so maybe they'll be a little helpful in trying to put them back in their bodies, but at the moment it doesn't really look that way. So other elements that occur in this story, aside from body swapping and the incest thing, relationship, there is a little bit of, it's like borderline yaoi in a way, just a little, just a tad, but it's not, I don't want, I mean, I couldn't even, I guess it would be yaoi, it's not really shonenai, because it's more of like, because I feel like shonenai is more of like, I romantically like someone and I just want to hold his hand, while yaoi is just a little more than that, and he just kind of hints like, hey, I'm bi, and maybe something, it's really vague, and then there's also a moment of like borderline Yuri where it's kind of like, who would have thought that you're a lesbian kind of moment, and I don't know, those things I was not expecting to occur in the story, but I guess I never really thought through of what could happen with this mischievous Hikaru in Yota's body, and like, this just seemed like the type, I don't know, she's an interesting character for sure. So what else can I say? So I think the art it's okay. I feel like I think like Hikaru's character with her big purple eyes is like this, like I don't know if that falls in that like moe thing that people like, I don't know, like in the beginning I kind of don't like her character that much because she just seems like very over the top, I'm really quiet and I just really cling on to my brother. This is more like before they switch bodies, so she just seemed like an annoyance to me in ways, but even Yota's character, sometimes his oblivious personality and just naivety can be a little annoying too, but I think as the story went along after they like switched bodies, like the real them like comes out, well, especially Hikaru, because she's kind of sort of the opposite of what you think she is, and Yota is he's just so innocent and just like, why would this happen? Like, I just want to be your brother. Why does this have to be like this? I don't know. Something like that. So, what else can I say? But, yeah, so the art thing, yeah, he's kind of, he could really put to that, like, quiet, moe, whatever. And, I mean, I guess you could maybe say it's like a shoujo something. I don't know how to categorize stuff like that. I neglected to look at my anime list, how they put the genre, but that doesn't really matter. So, overall, I do not regret purchasing this manga because it's really interesting. There's lots of shenanigans going on, like a lot. And I'm looking forward to following these adventures with Hikaru and Yota and, you know, seeing how far their relationship goes as brother and sister, and maybe a little bit more, who knows. I'm also curious what's gonna happen with Yota's crush and the person that knows that their body swapped, and I'm also curious how their family's gonna deal with it, because at the moment they're just kind of like, well, I don't care who's who as long as like somebody cooks us food, because we all depend on Yota's cooking. I mean, they just kind of seem all like happy and go lucky, like, yeah, whatever, I don't care, but it's just do the thing, or I don't know. But yeah, so I'm really curious how things will go, how their relationship will change, especially after they switch back to their proper bodies, whether they're gonna be, you know, together, or they'll just go back to their brother-sister dynamic. I really don't know, but it is interesting, and like I said, it went into directions that I didn't think would occur. I will say that this manga is rated older teen, so obviously it's gonna have some slightly more mature content than a teen manga. So obviously if you are not into incestuous relationships and kind of sort of borderline yaoi-yuri-ness, this is totally not the manga for you. But if you're okay with those kinds of things, this is definitely an interesting story to check out, and I suppose I recommend it. I mean, I bought it, so I'm stuck with it. Like I said, do not regret buying it. I am very much intrigued. I'm curious how this is gonna go, and I hope it doesn't disappoint me. So far, every manga I've bought, I haven't had any complaints. Anyway, so that's it for my first impression for Ani-Imo. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more first impressions and other videos that I make, please subscribe below. And I think you're supposed to like ring a bell or something if the bell is still here by the time you watch this video. So I guess I'll see you guys next time on another first impressions. Bye.